Wow. Hello, everybody. So, Karen D on the move. It is so peaceful in here. I know it seems like I'm not on the move because it's so quiet, but trust me, I am on the move. Yeah, that is my view. So, yes, I am on the move, but I am taking advantage of this quiet move, I guess you could say. I have a saying for Pensive Publishing. And for those of you who do not know, yes, I am a published author, 8-time self-published author. And I have a saying for Pensive Publishing: silently making moves. Well, I guess God decided I'm going to show you how to get silent. But it's not bad. This is day 3 of 7 days of sequester. Also, for those of you who don't know, I am a rising actress. Yay! Catch me on Irreconcilable Differences. That will be featured in the Peachtree International Film Festival. I hope I didn't mess that up, but that will be October the 21st through the 23rd, where you will be able to view from the comforts of your own home this year. Due to good old COVID, you guessed it. Then the cousins came, the variants. Wow, people. So, yes, Karen D on the move. So, I am sequestered for an HBO miniseries. Now, the name of this series is Staircase. Now, those of you who know me, y'all know Karen D's mind. And being in this little box, y'all, I think they says 20, Lord have mercy. Is it 2019, 14? Child, I don't know. It's a box. Why do you think I'm looking outside? Whew. I have to realize that there's a whole big world open to us out there. No matter the box you put yourself into. A whole big world waiting out there for the you that want to do. You know, just a year ago, I was talking to a friend, my bestie this morning, Ebony, and I was just sharing with her just 1 year ago today. 1 year ago today, where my life was. I was married. At that time, 37 years, 38 years, something like that. My father, I was taking care of my dad. And the way I was making my living, making my means, while taking care of my father who needed me because he didn't have his sight, his physical sight. But the man had some wisdom. But my ex-husband did not want my father there, and I respectfully respected his wishes and decided to move in with my dad. So to take care of him, long story short, last year my dad was here. Last year I was still married. Last year I was working for a private client as a private nurse. Fast forward a year later, I am a divorcee, not bitterly. My father has went home with my mother, and I've come to peace with that. Because of the weight of the world is in, I would not even want him subjected to it. And since then, I have been on TV quite a bit. I had so many to doubt me because my dreams were so big. My dreams were so unrealistic. But I had to realize that they were unrealistic in the eyes of those who could not see it because they were so big. Heck, I'm still trying to catch up with it. But I have been in one movie with a speaking role since then. Have been in a documentary that is seen all over the world right now. I have been in so many productions that I have lost count. And so many are knocking at my door, not because of me, but because of the faith that I kept and the promise that I kept to God, I guess. I don't know. But I was telling my friend, as an author, I love to write. My mind, it wanders. And when my mind wanders, I write. It's been a long time since I wrote anything in my books, but I do a lot of content writing now for my YouTube. I do a lot of writing, content writing. And when you're sequestered for all of these days and it's just me, no, it's just she, me, and we. Hint, hint. She, me, and we, which is one of my titles, by the way. Amazon, Barnes & Noble, look it up. Karen D. Neal, she, me, we. When it's just she, me, we, that's all the three of us have to do is think. And as I said, I choose, I haven't even had the TV on. Funny thing is, when I started being on TV, I never look at TV now. Imagine that. Who does that? I think every actor that I've met thus far is about the same way. Only time we have time to watch TV is for an assignment or to watch for co-workers. Oh, we just never have the time. But what I do have the time for is my computer and always getting my content together. Now, I have to put my specs on for this, and I ask of you to forgive me for the glare. But I have to share with you what was given to me as I sat listening to some music in the background. And it was just simply titled, God Will Open Eyes and Ears to What I Have for You. And as that played in the background, I sat right here. And the view is amazing, at least for me, because I see so much out there. So the view is amazing. It gives me comfort to sit here. And as I sat here, I began to write. And when my mind wanders and just began to write, I write because it's being brought to me. Heck, I had to go back and read it. But this is what I wrote. And, if I had to put a title on this, thanks to Sister Sarah Jakes Roberts, who I have started following. God, thank you for leading me to that knowledgeable young sister. Thank you for leading me to her. So in the words of Sarah, if I had to put a title on this. I guess it will have to be God will distance you. God will distance you. Now, understand me well on this right here. What I'm about to say to you, I am not owing anyone any explanation as to how I feel, as to how I live, as to my belief, and don't care about what your beliefs are, because I don't judge because of who or what you are. And I ask the same here. So, first of all, yeah, I am a Christian. Am I holier than thou? No. Because, baby, next time you see a video, I may be cursing like a sailor. I am simply me. And maybe that's what led me to write this. But anyway, it simply wrote, God will distance you. God will distance you to get your attention. You think you have to be one of those knowledgeable, Bible-toting Christians for God to come for you? Baby. When God comes for you, he comes for the person he created, not a person created by the opinion of man, nor a person who is structured according to the satisfaction of others. God will bring you to a place of stillness in order for you to accept the person he has called you to be. See, he may have called that drunk you see on the corner. You know who I'm talking about. Y'all talk about old drunk corner Kevin. See, he may have called that drunk you see on the corner to preach to the block. He may have called that prostitute that you won't let live down that path. He may have called that prostitute to reach one lost soul only she could recognize as lost, because 20 years earlier, that was her lost. She was that lost young lady. She's not ashamed of what she was. She's not ashamed, because God brought her through it. She's trying to put a block up to avoid that young lady for going down the road that she went down, because she know the bumps that lives on that road. So maybe that's why she's there, living in her past of what you won't allow her to live down. But yet she's not ashamed, because God has brought her through it. And then it goes on down to say, he may have called that drug addict that is permanently labeled to dictate a victory of not being sold for the low cost put on that label. You hear me? In the eyes of others. I'm going to say that again. He may have called that drug addict that is permanently labeled to dictate a victory of not being sold for the low cost put on that label in the eyes of others. He chooses those naked eyes. He chooses those naked eyes that the most people will least see. Because see, when you see these people, you see them, but you see them with labels. You see them with ridicule. You see them with judgment. You don't see them as a person with a message. But the person who is meant to see this person with that message, because if that prostitute could touch that one soul, she's probably done her purpose for the Lord. See, we're quick to dictate. We are so quick to dictate what people are doing, how they are doing it, what they are doing. But what we must realize is you don't know why that person is doing it. You don't know if God has chosen that person or not. So, when he get you quiet, girl, you better listen. That's all I can say. I told my bestie, Ebony, I said, girl, now, you and I both know good and well, I'm not a Bible-toting person. I am a God-fearing person. That's for sure. And I am a person who has endured, but came through a whole lot that I know I could have came by with one person and one person only, and that's God. So, Karen D on the move. Got to move my butt up out of here in the morning at 5 o'clock. Early set. I'm ready to know. Something about being on that set. Karen D on the move. I got to get somebody to write me a jingle. Bye-bye, guys.